remember the Aussies at Scarborough, there was so much build up to it.
There was a buzz around the Aussies and around WA, and there was a buzz around Alicia. There was this sense that she might be going to do something special.
Because I'd had a good season leading into it, I probably was in a position of being one of the favourites, and because it was my home soil, I had to do like a lot of media work. The lead up to it, there was a bit of like a hype around it as to like, could I win the Aussies on my home soil and be the first like West Australian female to do it. So I did feel quite a bit of pressure, but at the same time I also felt like a lot of support.
Once you get to the Aussies, very much a WA versus the rest of Australia attitude.
Yeah, it is. That's one of my favourite things about racing, even though it's classified as an individual sport. It's really like an Ironwoman race is really not an individual sport. There's so many people that support you along the way and that contribute to your success. I remember so clearly when I was doing that race, when I came out of the water for each transition, the crowd would just lift, and that's like all the City Beach crew, all the West Australians, they'd just be yelling and screaming, and that energy, like you feel it when you're racing, and that also, it kind of gives you that extra lift and extra push. So I really felt like with that race, it wasn't just me racing out there for me. It was like everyone was racing with me kind of thing, and all of West Australia was kind of behind me.
Probably one of the pinnacles of my coaching. Down there, she did everything that we trained for leading up. She ticked every box, and even down on the beach pre the race, she did everything that we were fine-tuning to do.
She clearly had an intent that she wasn't going to let anyone beat her, and she led the race from that first board leg. I remember she came to that point where she was on the bank, and when she could touch the bottom, she stood up and sort of dived across the bank, and which is the time when it is not possible for anyone to catch her now, and the noise in the crowd was just unbelievable. It was massive.
Sometimes when you're racing, you have races where it just feels like effortless, like everything just falls into place. You don't feel like you're trying that much. You just kind of, I don't know, you almost go in like a flow state. It's hard to kind of explain, but that race for me, it was like that kind of situation where everything just kind of flowed, and everything fell into place, and it was so good to cross the finish line, and my sister jumped over the fence, like tackled me, and then I walked over to the fence line, and there was just this big group of City Beach people, and we all just got to celebrate together. That was really cool, because a lot of my career I was travelling to the East Coast, and so didn't really have that many people in the crowd that were family and friends. So it was good to have that moment to kind of share.